Hi, my name is Jenna and welcome back to the channel. Happy Halloween, everyone. Today, I'm just gonna give you a pep talk because tomorrow is November 1st and you know what that means. We're writing a book. So no matter which challenge you chose or you're just continuing writing as you do, I just want to share with you some tips and tools and gadgets, I guess, and most importantly, just how to maintain your positive mindset about this month. So I know a lot of you maybe celebrate Thanksgiving and you're already prepping for the holidays, and November kind of gets away with you at the later end, and that is usually when the writing also gets hard because maybe you started writing what's familiar. You started writing the beginning, it was exciting, you had this whole new world to explore, and by the time mid-month hits, everyone is kind of panicking or even dropping out. So to set yourself up for success, I think it's helpful to just figure out ways that work, that get you out of the funk, and keep on writing. And no matter how bad it is, no matter how bad you think it is, to just keep going. Many of these things have been said before by many people, but I find it that it's helpful to just hear some things again from someone else, just to refresh your memory, because you honestly, if you have any type of neurodivergence, if you have ADHD, one of the biggest hurdles is you just simply forget helpful things. Like, you hear something that works, that's gonna like improve your systems, your life, whatever, and then maybe you do it for a while and then your routine gets messed up and suddenly you forgot that ever existed. To set yourself up for success, first of all, you need to choose a project. If you haven't done it, you can do it the first day. You can do it any time, but knowing what you're actually working on is really going to be very helpful. So you have your project. You should figure out where you'll be writing. So are you going to be writing at your desk? Are you going to write on a computer? Are all of your like techie stuff ready? Like, does your keyboard work? If you're using Scrivener, set it up. If you're using Google Docs, organize them. If you have your mood board, put it somewhere that you can see it. If you have an outline, make space for it so it's accessible to you. Don't just put it in a drawer or even hanging it on a wall. Maybe you would think like, oh, it's right there, you're gonna look at it all the time. No, like, it's just gonna become part of the furniture and you're never going to like pay attention to it if you're not actually like making the effort to interact with it, basically. Like, if you know you're gonna be writing multiple hours a day and it's going to take a long time, you should kind of let your people know, I guess, like people you live with or friends that you hang out all the time. Just tell them, let people know that you are now having this new obligation in your life that you're dedicating yourself to, and that it's just as important as like an appointment or going to work or to school or whatever else you might, promise someone else you're going to do. This is something you're promising yourself you're going to do. And I know for me that is very hard. It's much easier for me to break my own promises than it is to just like not show up for something that I promised somebody else. So this is a great exercise for that. And this is a great caveat for especially neurodivergent people. It doesn't mean that you fail if you don't stick to a plan that you set yourself up for. you only fail if you give up. And that is the most important thing that I would like for people to know. And that is something that I'm telling myself this month, because, you know, see this pumpkin here, I planned on carving it and putting a tea light on it. Instead, I found this little guy and hung it up there, and I still put the pumpkin here because I wanted a carved pumpkin for Halloween. Now, the pumpkin isn't carved yet, but I knew I wanted a pumpkin, I knew I wanted to carve it, and I knew I wanted it to be for Halloween. So I didn't do the thing all the way, but it is the 29th today. And so I still have 2 days to carve the pumpkin, realistically. I just meant it for this video, but that is a very arbitrary goal. That is what's part of this point I'm trying to make. Yes, it's great that you have a very strict plan, and it's great when you can build momentum and stick to it every single day. There is great merit in that, and there's great sense of accomplishment. But we cannot do that all the time. And especially when it's a month-long challenge, is quite a long time to do something that you don't maybe normally do. I am committing myself to writing 50K in November. And writing a book is something most people who say that they want to do never actually end up doing. So the fact that you are dedicating yourself, you're putting yourself out there, maybe you told your friends, maybe you're posting online, maybe you're just writing in your diary, you put it out into the universe that you are committing to this and that is something that you want to accomplish. Just because some site tells you a number of words that you need to produce that day, you need to remember creativity is fluid, and your fingers are going to fly on the keyboard and the words are going to flow and it's going to be amazing. And the other day, you won't go further than like 2 sentences. And that is okay, as long as you show up, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't say after like 3 days of not hitting your word count, oh, well, I'm not cut out for this, I can't do this, I don't have it in me, or whatever. Giving up is the failure. Not showing up perfectly every single day is just part of the process. So don't worry about the word count. Don't worry about not writing every day, while trying to push yourself, like give yourself grace, don't give up, but also take it as an opportunity to push yourself. So a bit of both, like I'm trying to like do the thing, but also if you don't do it perfectly, if you don't do it every single day, you can make up for a day. That's how I won Nano before. Like some days I just could not meet the word count. It was simply my brain did not have that many words to type. Even in like the most basic zero draft, like I'm writing bullet point notes and counting it as word count, and I still like there was nothing. And the next day I wrote like 5K without like any issue. Like it wasn't like a strain, it was just something that was happening. So to further help yourself on your journey and to make it easier and more enjoyable, and try to make things very accessible. Like don't put things in drawers. Like if you know that you are kind of out of sight, out of mind person, don't put your main story journal in a drawer. Put it on your desk, put it beside your bed. Put it on your kitchen table if you spend a lot of time there. Put it on your couch frame. How do you say that? Like, immerse yourself not just in your story by thinking about it, but make it easier for yourself to just grab your computer, your keyboard, your notebook, and write immediately, every day, whenever you have time. Like, if you set yourself up like, oh, I have this allocated time and I'm gonna sit down, and you sit down and the blank page just completely shuts your brain off, immediately, I'm telling you, immediately stop looking at the blank page. Take a notebook and write down anything on it. Like, write down, okay, just talk to yourself in the notebook or in the blank document and be like, okay, I'm writing a book. I want it to be 50K for this month. I'm expecting it to be kind of in a zero draft form. Nobody in the world is going to read this. It is just for me. I want to tell a story about this character doing this character meeting this person, this character falling in love with this type of person, and just talk to yourself in the document. It doesn't even have to be like clean notes that you're going to build upon. Like, just fill the page with anything that is obviously related to writing the book, and it's not going to be a blank page anymore. Like, you will have thoughts, and you'll be like, okay, so I have that thing that I wrote down. How can I expand on it? And just talk to yourself more. And maybe your first day, you're going to take that word count and you're going to put it in that website. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to do what you got to do to start the flow, to start getting into it, to not be afraid of making, like, of this idea that you need to sit down at your computer and type the most perfect best-selling hook sentence of all of eternity. Like, even if it's like, it doesn't have to be bad. It might not be bad. That's the best part. Like, it might not be bad. It might be the first sentence that you end up using in your final draft of your book. But you won't know that unless you type it out. You will not know that if you just keep thinking about it and not doing it. That is just very intensely me to me. So, like, I'm not yelling at you, I'm yelling at myself. I just want to show you some things that are helpful to me. So, one of the, like, honestly, like, I don't even, okay, so a tiny story time. I used to have an elliptical machine back, like, middle school, high school. And I would just go on it to exercise. And I remember I would always, like, put music on and just go. And that is where I discovered that is, like, what gets me in the flow state. Because at that point, I wasn't, like, thinking that I would be, like, writing the stories that I was making up. But now that is my main tool. So back then I would just, like, listen to music or, like, imagine a music video that would go along, or I would figure out, like, a story that I could tell with the lyrics or whatever. Sometimes it's just something that, like, it just clears my brain. Like, maybe sometimes I'm not, like, actively imagining anything. So it's, like, a nice time of day to just either, like, have a very great brainstorming session. Like, for some people, usually they say it's, like, when they're in the shower. Like, I'm not in the shower for that long. Like, I'm on the treadmill for like an hour. So I get a lot of thinking done in that time, you know? And like walking outside or even being on the treadmill at the gym, it doesn't work the same. I need to be home because I need to be alone and I need to close my eyes. And I just, like, I don't know, like, how I could possibly do that in any other scenario. So here I have the representation of that, which is my earphones. I almost always have music on if I'm, like, either brainstorming or just relaxing. If I'm lacking inspiration, this is a foolproof go-to method. Something else that I enjoy is crystals. I'm into astrology and crystals and all the woo-woo things you can imagine. So this is a present that my bestie gave me, and it is a sunstone, and it is just so beautiful. It has like such gorgeous energy. And like she's a Leo, like she is like the sun, and it reminds me of her. And it reminds me, just like in these winter months, like this is like, it has the sun energy. And the fact that it's like 3 p.m. and it's already getting dark, without the vitamin D supplements, I don't know where I would be, because this is horrific. Like, I want to go to Iceland. I want to live in Iceland, but I don't know if I would be physically able to. Completely off track. Anyway, I enjoyed this crystal. It's supposed to like improve imagination, luck, whatever you want it to mean. It just gives me like this positive energy in the day, and I like having it by my computer as I write. Another thing is having ergonomic keyboard and mouse. So I do have the Logitech little cutie pie. Like, my mom cannot get used to this, like, but I love it. It kind of keeps your hand. Wait, let me switch. I mean, you know what it looks like, right? So you kind of hold it like this, so your hand is flat and not in this position. So I guess it's more ergonomic. That's what I've been told, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I also have oh my god, their keyboard. It's giant, and it's the wiggly one. Also, like, the way I can type on this thing is unreal. Like, I am the fastest typer when I use this keyboard. It is just really the fact that I can like tilt my hand like this and not keep it like this. Magic. Okay, I do have a couple of other keyboards if I'm feeling spicy and I want a different sound while I'm typing for whatever reason, you know. Also, just like, have fun with it. Like, this is supposed to be fun. That is also like one of the key things that we should really try to remember, is that yes, this is, you know, difficult, time consuming, brain power consuming. You need a lot of imagination, a lot of dedication, and all of these things that are kind of considered hard, but at the end of the day, you're doing them because you want to, because it brings you joy, and it's supposed to be fun. It's not always fun, but try to, like, if you're stuck, try to make it fun. Try to remember that, yeah, I'm doing this because I like it. Nobody's like making me. I chose this. It's supposed to be a cool thing that I do, you know. For like maybe more logistical things, I guess, I have multiple boxes and drawers and too many pretty notebooks and planners and blah blah blah. You know what I use? I use this crusty old batter thing and just loose pieces of paper. And it's almost full, which is brings me a lot of joy, I gotta tell you. And I also totally wanted to kind of do my nails since I'm going to be cutting them pretty short for writing, because I like the feel of the keyboard more so with short nails. So this was kind of a bit of like advice, tools, mindset, general chat. I just want you to have the best time this November. I hope to see you in the comments. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end of this video. I hope anything I said was helpful, and I wish you the best of luck if you're doing nano or nano adjacent things, or the rough draft challenge, if you're dedicating yourself to writing your novel in November. I will be posting videos at least once a week. I am pretty sure that when I start writing, I'll have way more things to like tell you and show you and talk about. Then I've been kind of slacking on these videos, and now I'm just kind of squishing all of them right at the end, like one after the other. Who's gonna watch these? Maybe you. Thank you. So like once a week is my aim. Again, the priority is the writing, and I am just still kind of intimidated by editing. I procrastinate so much starting filming, but when I actually do it, it's like I feel like it's not that difficult, I guess. And I upload the video into the editor, and I'm like, I need to spend like 18 hours cutting all the ums and the ms and the blah blah blah, you know, like there are so many redundant things that I say in these videos, you would have no idea. But you know what? With every single video that I filmed and that I edited, I learned so many new things. And that is a lesson to myself, because what I wished to overcome was kind of this fear of being seen trying. And if you're present here, I am obviously very much just being seen trying. So I guess that's a win for me, at least. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope if you enjoyed this video, you'll give it a like, maybe consider subscribing. Comment down below if you want to tell me more about your project, if you're doing any of the challenges, if you're excited to hear from me to talk more about Project Orion. I know my brainstorming video didn't really tell you all that much, so I intend to like kind of pepper in some interesting things while I'm drafting. And it is really just, I don't want to say like the book of my heart. I wouldn't necessarily describe it like that. It's just more so the book that I am just so confident, like so like delusionally confident that I am able to pull off. Like it doesn't even bother me that I don't have the outline. Like it literally doesn't. Like I know I'm going to start writing this book, and then I'm just gonna write it. Like I don't know, like I've never had this before, and it's great. And I'll see you in a month to see if any of it really happened, and then we will confirm if the Lulu really is the Sululu. Okay, now it really is the end of the video. I'll see you again when November starts. Good luck on your writing, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.